Alright, I'm back, and I got a couple new deluxes from the Revenge of the Fallen line. The movie isn't out just yet. I think we only maybe got like a couple weeks left, but people are definitely getting excited for this, myself included. So, I was wandering Walmart, of all places, the other night, and I saw Sideways here. And I thought, hey, yeah, that looks really cool, and the robot mode kind of reminds me of Barricade quite a bit. And, a lot of people actually kind of thought that was Barricade in the trailer, which I didn't really think it was him because I kind of just assumed Barricade like died or something from the first movie. But I guess, but no, it's looking like it's a new character, and considering how this guy has a completely different name than Barricade, that seems to confirm that. So, I was looking at Sideways, I was ready to pick him up, but then I also noticed a repaint of him, just like only a couple spots away from him on the store shelf, and I saw Dead End, who is the one that is in robot mode right now, to the right of Sideways, and I was thinking, I kind of only really came here for Sideways, but I must admit Dead End looks really good in car mode, but I think Sideways kind of looked a bit better in robot mode, so I just kind of ended up buying both of them. So, yeah, that's what today's video is going to be about, and so the way that I'm going to do this, so because these are pretty much the same mold, the only difference is in paint, and Dead End does have a different head than Sideways, but that's it. So I'm going to transform Sideways, and so that you could see both him and Dead End in robot mode side by side, so you can get a good look at that. And then for the transformation back, I'm going to do that with Dead End. So you'll still see both transformations, and you should still see how both of these characters look in both modes. So that's how I'm going to do this here. And here we go. Here's Sideways. He looks really nice, like silver paint, like pretty much all over him. Like the black here is pretty nice as well. The back of the car has a Decepticon logo on the back. Not really a lot of detail back here, but but kind of like the essential stuff. Like the backlights and the exhaust. One thing that's really kind of cool, if you look at the back here, you can see that he has molded detail for all the engine stuff, because the car that this is, what this was supposed to be, was a Audi R8, and from what I've heard, it seems like quite a few cars these days, like the really expensive ones, actually have the engines in the back, so that's kind of cool that they thought to mold that in there. Even though it is in transparent plastic, it still looks pretty nice. So, yeah, when I said that this was supposed to be an Audi R8, yeah, it seems like there must have been some kind of agreement issue or like licensing issue or something, because this does not actually look entirely like an Audi R8. I mean, a lot of the cues are there, like with a good, with like a good chunk of like the shaping and whatnot, but unfortunately this isn't a officially licensed vehicle mode, so I don't know what happened there, but hey, at least I mean, the car mode, at least the car mode we still got does still look pretty good. So that's how that looks. He does not have any like gimmicks or little like weapons or stuff like that in car mode, and I'm okay with that. The less gimmicks, the better, in my opinion. So, that's about it for vehicle mode. I think I've shown pretty much everything, so I'm going to go ahead and start transforming this guy now. So, transformation, one thing I'm starting to kind of notice is there seems to be a little bit more going on with these Revenge of the Fallen guys as opposed to Deluxe's from the first movie. So I'm really curious how other figures are going to turn out with their like engineering and stuff. So you're going to come to the back, untab this whole section, just kind of swing that up and away like so. Oh yeah, okay, this is, it's not really, I mean, okay, technically it's a gimmick, but it's actually for transformation. The grill here, if you actually press it in, you can see that it, actually still has a little bit of that, like, automorph thing going, so, I'm kinda happy that they, actually still have that going for the Revenge of the Fallen figures. So, next up, going to want to undo these sections here from both sides. Just kind of like, you kind of just, sometimes you kind of got to wiggle it a bit and it'll come out. There we go. Once you do that, these kind of like silver panels, you can just kind of move out of the way. So from here, let's see, what should we do? Okay, we come to the underside. And, well, just, yeah, keep moving these out of the way. These are going to be his legs. And these right here, you can grab them by here, and you can kind of swing them up like that. So you can already see that's going to become the arms. So, once you got this going, let's see, from here, you can take the roof. I like to grab it by the mirrors. And this is going to, well, I'll hinge it up slightly right now because you also want to take these little bits of the windows and swing these around. So yeah, you can kind of start seeing that these guys are kind of a bit more complex than the figures from the last movie. So take that back section, you can move that up. The actual back of the car will kind of just fold in on itself, and that's how you're going to want that back assembly looking. So from here, this is going to be rather loose, and at first you might think, oh shoot, like, is it supposed to do that? Is it going to break? No. What you're going to do, because of how that automorph thing worked, let's see, there's this little gap between the tires here, and it's going to kind of go over this kind of like spine section. So get those legs out of the way, and yeah, just move it over, and then this bit is going to hook onto this little latch on top of the waist. So just give that a little push, and now it's nice and solid. So don't worry if that assembly is kind of floppy when you start playing with this guy. So, let's go ahead and finish up the legs, just kind of get that back section out of the way, and his legs are weird. I've seen from the few videos that are already out of people talking about this guy, I noticed that only one of them actually transformed it properly. So I'm hoping I can be the second, or just, well, not even that. I just hope I can get it right the first time, not have to reshoot anything. So so you kind of just extend this kind of assembly out. It's kind of like folded in on itself for car mode. Then this wheel is going to kind of hook onto the side. This little black piece will be his foot. And then the silver bit is going to rotate, but this is where you want to start paying attention. There's this little bit right here that is going to slot into a little hole right here. So you do kind of have to mess with the positioning a bit to where it kind of gets lined up enough to where you can actually get it aligned. There we go. So once you got that, it'll go in very nice and securely. You can just move the leg back. So he does have like that kind of chicken leg thing going. So what I find best to keep him stable when he's standing is I like to keep his knees bent somewhat like that. Then you can move this little shin section down like so. And this is more or less how you're going to want the leg to look. So if you don't have it looking like that, he's probably going to be falling over in robot mode because his feet are very small. So you're going to want to bear that in mind. So, since I showed that side in detail, I'm going to kind of just blaze through it on this side real quick. So, just do the same thing, get that wheel around like so. Get that silver section rotated and tab that thing in like so. There we go. Bend the knee back. Remember to bend it back quite a bit. And once you kind of just get things kind of aligned with each other, yeah, the legs are going to look something like this. And this is more or less what you're going to want. Obviously, he's going to fall over right now because there's still more stuff we have to do. So for this next bit, let me position my camera up a little higher since it seems I'm going to need a bit more space to work with here. That should be okay. So here, let's see, those arms, these sections. Okay, so make sure these little car window sections are just kind of like back against that assembly, like so. From there, we can just do the arms. Really, actually easy, surprisingly. You just take this bit and just kind of just move that out. And take like the door of the car and kind of just hinge, kind of bumping into itself there. Kind of hinge that up like so, and then make sure his arm is like kind of more out so that you don't kind of bump into other things you might have fallen there. Do the same thing on the other side. Just move that door up, move that arm out, and spin. Like that, just get it looking like that. Actually, surprisingly easy, all things considered. So we're kind of almost done. So one little thing that some people don't even notice: there's these little bits on the hood of the car, and you're gonna actually want to hinge these up like that, like so. And then you can take this whole assembly, and there's his head. And just kind of position that onto the top of the roof of the car like that. You can take these lights, these sections of the car. With this, you can actually kind of position it however you want. It's not going to really hinder anything. So personal preference for this section. So for me, I'm just going to keep it kind of basic for consuming time here, preserving time, I mean. And then once you got that, now you're going to take this section, hinge it up, and we move the arm out of the way. So for here, this my camera is not going to capture it super well. I apologize, but this is actually going to kind of hook onto a section of the back. You can sort of kind of see that. So hook that in place, make sure that bit's up, and if you got the proportions looking like this for the most part, then you're pretty much done. So from here, I just like to position the legs a little bit, get that going, and as you can see, because of the way the legs are transformed, he'll, let's see, I'm kind of flopping them around a bit. Let me fix them up for you here. Just kind of mess with it. There we go. But yeah, if you got the legs in that done in that way, you'll see that he will stand. Unfortunately, it's still not super great. It's like if you barely bump him, he is going to fall over still, unfortunately. So that's a thing you're kind of going to want to bear in mind. But yeah, once you got that stuff done, here is sideways, in his robot mode, and yeah, he's really cool looking. I don't really know exactly what he's gonna really do in the movie, because it looks like there's gonna be a lot more Decepticons this time around. But yeah, he looks really cool. And while the transformation was definitely a bit more complex than kind of what I'm used to with the '07 guys, I think it makes for kind of a better looking robot mode. This actually does not look bad really at all. The only spot that does look a little bit iffy is the fact that his chest and his waist is just like a solid red, but I'm sure you can probably make that look a bit better with, I don't know, like a silver Sharpie or or something like that. I don't think it would be that difficult to kind of break up those details more. But yeah, he looks really cool. So thankfully, he does not have any really dumb gimmicks and stuff like that. One little thing he sort of has, I don't know if he's going to actually use this in the movie, but on this arm, he has like a buzzsaw kind of thing that spins. So that's kind of cool. His other arm actually does not have that. His other arm is just this is actually a fake wheel right here. So yeah, this is as I said, complex transformation, but I think it makes for a way better looking robot mode. And if the Deluxes are starting to look this good, then I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Voyagers and Leaders look. So I'm gonna move sideways back over here, and now my focus is going to be on Dead End. So here is Dead End, the repaint of Sideways, and so robot mode, as I mentioned before, the only difference mold wise in robot mode is the head. So yeah, you can see he's got this. He's got like a kind of like a helmet thing going and visor. It's I don't know. It looks a little weird to me, but as I said, the main reason why I got this guy was because of the car mode. But he does still have some nice paint in robot mode. He's got this kind of like. He has this certain kind of shade of a red, and it actually looks really good with like the little gold that they got in there. So that's pretty nice, as I said, same mold, and you can just get a little 360 view of him. I should get like one of those little like spinning plates or something so we can make this easier. But so yeah, he does still have the buzzsaw. This one's actually casted in silver, so you'll probably notice it a lot easier, which is kind of nice. And yeah, so for transformation back, as I said, I was going to show up with this guy, so let's do it. So the way I do the transformation back, it's not necessarily just exactly just reversing what I did, what you did with Sideways. I kind of have a certain way of doing it to make things a little bit easier. I like to start with the arms. I like to spin his arms, so, yeah, get that in, and then move that door down like so to redo that assembly for car mode. And just kind of spin it so it's just looking like that. So do the same thing on this side here. Just get that like so. And then I'm just going to go ahead and immediately do the legs. Just as I say, it'll make things a little bit easier, when you're going back into car mode. So what I'm doing with this guy, you could still do with that guy if you only decide to get Sideways. So I'm going to want to, kind of just collapse that whole leg in on itself, like so. So if you got it looking like that, that's good. And then the wheel is going to come back around. Sorry, my hand's in the way. And this is going to hinge back. And for car mode, there is a separate kind of hole around here that same little thing is going to go into. Because it's black plastic, my camera's not going to capture it super well. I apologize. So all I can really do is explain. But yeah, that's how you would do a leg there. Going to do the same thing on this side here. Just undo that and collapse the assembly on itself like so. There's lots of hinges on this, like that. The wheel back in. Oh, I kind of rotated the wrong thing. There we go. Like so, and then make sure that door. Make sure that door is. There we go. There we go. Yeah, make sure that door is nicely slotted into that section there. So, okay, I think we're still, yeah, we're doing good. All right, so once you got this, things are actually not going to be very, not very difficult from here. So, oops. Oh, I'm sorry. I might move my camera a bit. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. I'll go to take the. Oh, I'm still at a weird angle, aren't I? Huh? There we go. Something like that. Apologies. This setup can be a little wonky at times. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna unhook that back assembly from the. Yeah, you can see how that looks there. Get that undone, and then. You can kind of already know what to really do from here, kind of from seeing the transformation to robot mode. Just take this section, move it back, move those parts of the hood back in, move those lights back in like so. That'll like kind of just tab in kind of nicely. And yeah, from here, undo the waist. There we go. So it kind of starts flopping. Which yes, this still flops even on this guy. It is what it is. And I'm gonna want to kind of start like just kind of lining some stuff up essentially. So so just kind of try to kind of get like the shape of the car going, and then once you get it to about here, you can move the arm assembly in, and you can kind of just already hook it back into the legs like so. Let's see if the lights of the car do that. Just kind of position them so you can kind of see it starting to come together more. So do the same thing on the other side, like so. Just get that in, and yep, hook in the. Oops, hook in the back somehow. Come on, there we go. A little bit tricky on mine. All right, so once you do that, there we go. Just get that kind of tabbed into itself like that. Get that head nice and try to get it aligned about there. So yeah, you can kind of see it coming together already. So from here, you can take that assembly, extend it back out, and then when you get it to about here, you can take the. I think I can move the camera back down for this. There we go. You can take the little wing bits here from robot mode and hinge those down like that, and then you can just kind of collapse the roof in, which I just like to grab it from here and just kind of get it to hook under the roof like that, and things will kind of just start to align itself properly. So once you got that, you're pretty much done. Just fully extend the back of the car, do this little hinge, get that looking good, and then get the back in like that, get the back to tab into those those leg bits like so. I got it slightly misdone here. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta kind of hold the little window bits in place for it to. I mean, the back will still tab, but if you don't do it right, those window bits will kind of jut out a little bit. So, I seem to not be getting very lucky here. Oh goodness, this is what happens when you record stuff, guys. If you think things are gonna go your way, it's not. Okay, there we go. Sort of, kinda. I'm struggling, aren't I? There we go. why am I struggling? There we go. Okay. Alright, sorry, that looked, I don't know why that was fighting me so much, but, yeah, you get the gist of it. And then just take those wheels from earlier, put those back, and then just hook that in place. Just kind of make sure it's just flat. If anything doesn't seem to be tabbed right, give it a little squeeze until stuff starts to lock in properly. Which, yeah, while the back of the car was fighting me a little bit there, it does look like I did actually get it looking. Yeah, I got it actually looking proper, which is good. So here is dead end in car mode, and yeah, he looks. I think car mode wise, he looks better than sideways. I mean, I kind of have a slight bias toward these kind of color schemes, which I mean, still, obviously, it's personal preference. If you're not a fan of this, get sideways. But yeah, he's got a lot of he's mostly just black, really. But he's got some nice red stripes on the top of the car that go to the back, like so, and he has this little like red trim on the rims, which I think is really cool. And my kind of favorite part about this is the plastic that all the window stuff is in this like purple, and I don't know why, but but yeah, like when it comes to transparent plastic, I think it looks really good in purple. That might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know, but yeah. So, again, apologies, my camera isn't going to capture this super well, because, black and all that, but hopefully you could still make out the details, and he still has the molded engine stuff in there, like that. So, I think now I have covered everything for dead end there, and so yeah, now you can see how these guys look once more, side by side, and yeah, as I mentioned, it's going to be down to personal preference. Like if you like the design sideways and you just want the most movie accurate one that's available at the moment, obviously go for the one on the left. But if you like the sideways design, but you're not a big fan of the colors, then get dead end there. So you do have some kind of option there to get the right one. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Just one little bonus thing, I guess. If you want to kind of see how the car mode stacks to another character, here's the Bumblebee that I reviewed. That I talked about previously, so you can see how these look side by side. I already knocked over sideways. That's going to happen, guys. Just bear that in mind. But yeah, you can see how these two stack. So yeah, I'll just get sideways out of there. But yeah, there you go. I hope this video was informative. I hope it helps you decide on which one of these guys you want to get, if you even want to get a version of Sideways. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.